While I was in Malaysia, I had a moment of striking clarity, one that slapped me in the face and said, Percy, you might not be totally off the rail. There's not only a name for the journey you're on, but there's also a framework for reaching your destination, and it ain't some new hippie shit. One night in KL, I was sitting around with my daughter-in-law talking about life and change and how, because of my experiences over the last few years, I was concerned that I'd made a mistake in some aspects of the things I'd impressed upon our kids while they were growing up. I had had a bit of a cats in the cradle moment earlier that day observing Percy Jr. number 2 and saw something that gave me concern that he was making the same sacrifices I had made in my life for the wrong reasons and for the wrong people. As we were talking about this and my guilt and worry for our sons, she introduced me to the concept of Ikigai and told me this is something that she is talking with my son about. As soon as she started talking through the concept, this huge light went off in my head. It was like, bam, this journey I'm on doesn't only have a name, but it also has an established framework. Not only that, but I realized that Percy Jr. number 1 is already on a journey to find his Ikigai and will hopefully avoid the pitfalls that I've had to navigate too late in life. As I started doing research, I came across a TEDx talk by Tom Tamashiro, and in that he said something that punched me right in the face. This highly successful, accomplished man said, I quit my job to focus on my work. Dude, I was like, whoa. In those few words, he summed up a decision that I'd made last December with such clarity that it put me back on my heels. It made me realize that I'm really not crazy, and it gave me validation that I needed to build on. I'll put a link to his TEDx talk in the description below. So what is Ikigai? Tim explains it much better than I can, so take a few minutes to watch his talk. But here's my Reader's Digest high-level scrape. Ikigai can be translated to English as reason for being, or life's purpose, or reason to live. It's essentially, in my mind, a way to better achieve happiness and balance in life by focusing your energy in a productive, meaningful, and rewarding way. This puts you in a place to live and embrace a fuller, more purposeful life. Professionally, it leads to that ultimate achievement of work-life balance. And the framework for finding and achieving your personal Ikigai is to focus on 4 intersecting things. To find and embrace your reason for being, you first need to do what you love, something you're passionate about, something that turns you on. You need to do what you're good at, and you need to do something that the world needs. Lastly, do something that you can be rewarded for. Now, in my research, I've noticed a trend whereby Westerners talk in terms of this 4th thing as something you can make a lot of money doing. I take exception to that. Not everyone lives their lives focused on a singular bottom line of money. Don't get me wrong, I like to make money. It's allowed me to do things like travel, to create, and to buy and ride a motorcycle again. But it is not the most important thing that drives decisions for me. I believe there are many things in life far more valuable than money. I'll leave that up for you to decide. There's a lot more to it, but the bottom line is that if you can achieve these 4 things, then you will find and actualize your reason for being, and by doing so, you will reap the rewards of a more meaningful, balanced life. As far as that quitting your job to focus on your work thing goes, I've never been one to subscribe to the take this job and shove it culture. I've also been very fortunate in that I started working the week after I turned 15, and I never really had what I considered a quote-unquote job in my life until recently. From starting out helping people by sacking groceries at our neighborhood grocery store, to serving in the military, to serving my country in suit and tie as a civilian, to running my own business, I always did what I found rewarding and meaningful. And no, I did not get rich financially, but that's not what trips my trigger. People who are miserable in their jobs blame the job, or the boss, or the company they work for. But we're not talking about being in a state of indentured servitude here. It might just be time to look in the mirror and understand that you are in a controllable situation whereby you have focused on pursuing a job yourself rather than pursuing your Ikigai. Maybe the job or boss or company isn't bad. It's more than likely that they are simply out of alignment with your values and priorities. Maybe it's time to quit your job and focus on your life's work. That just very well may be the first step in finding balance in your life. Thanks for watching the video. Peace.